Now then, the two landscapes. Because the problem is always to determine what are the realities that you can count on. And the major thing you have to understand to get your life straight is the fundamental reality in your life is God and His kingdom. That's the fundamental reality. Now, you don't have to accept that. And you can insist on having your own kingdom. And many of the people who are famous now for developing what has been called the new atheism are basically people who are asserting their own kingdom and the human kingdom and saying, we will not have God. Because if there is a God, my kingdom is not ultimate. And then you come right down to the basic activities and teachings of Jesus about the cross. What is the cross? The cross is the end of your kingdom. That's what the cross is. That's why you have to take it to follow Jesus. You cannot be my disciple unless you take your cross daily and follow me. You can't do it. Now, he means you can't succeed with it because the demands of discipleship will overwhelm you if you're trying to run your own show. So you have to give up on that and take up your cross. And the cross means the end of self-will. And if the only landscape you see is the visible, then you're going to think, that's the worst thing that could happen to me. And that's what many people, Christians, think when they read the Sermon on the Mount. They think, this would ruin my life. And you know what? It would. But there's another life. And that is the place where we begin to see and to enter the kingdom of God. And putting our faith in Jesus Christ means that we count on Him to be totally reliable about what is real. So you go back to the first two of the Ten Commandments, those are statements about reality. The first two of the Ten Commandments are designed to protect you from thinking that the only reality is the visible world, and that you are visible yourself. Well, in a sense you are, of course, but in a sense you aren't. And on God's side, that's where He comes looking for people who will worship Him in spirit and in truth. In spirit, it's what you really are on the inside, because that's what gets at your kingdom. That's what gets at your kingdom. And for the most part, you don't see that, like Elisha's butler, because frankly, if you had to live with that around you all the time, that would be the end of your life. You can imagine what your life would be like if you could not see the kingdom. That's why God has made that possible. He is so big that if He didn't hide, you couldn't avoid Him. So He is a hidden God. And now then, what are you going to do about that?